Well, here we go. I promised you guys I was going to build some tube fenders, and I did. Now, when it came to designing these tube fenders, there were a few different things I looked at. I thought through a few different styles. I've talked previously in videos where I've seen guys use the plastic fenders off of a TJ. I think those look pretty good. They're easy, they're flexible, so if you hit stuff, they're just going to break off, not really do any body damage. That is one of the concerns I do have with these hard steel tube fenders, but I really kind of like this look a lot better. I also would have really loved to have taken the stock fender flare lines like I did on the yellow one and raise them up on both the front and the back. But when I got this thing, there were no fenders there to do that with. So this is what I came up with. These are my first set of tube fenders I've ever built. Couple design things with them. I used 1.25" 120 wall tubing. And then I thought about bending them in and coming into the frame here, but instead I actually capped off some tube, and that way I only had to do the one plain bend versus trying to tie it back in at an exact point. The other thing was with these markers right here, I really had to figure out a way to clear them. So I'll show you what a lot of this looks like. And really it's a pretty simple process. Bend some tube, cut some sheet plate, do some other things, and I'll show you a couple of the tricks I did too, because there's a couple things after building the first one I realized, oh, I need to make some adjustments, and so let's talk about that. So when it came to actually doing these the second go around, something I learned initially, I tried to do this inner plate here completely separate, but what I found is actually if I laid this outer tube down and then made a template that matched the flow of it here like this, it actually transferred really nicely to the tub. And so you can see that's how I bolted it, just some 1/8" strap, and then bolted it right to the frame here. So you can see how that kind of works. And then obviously, like I said, I did the kickouts with these little caps. I think they turned out pretty nicely. And so it just kind of goes like that. Right now, I'm kind of in the process of deciding what's next with these, but you can see, gave me plenty of clearance here. And then doing the template that way made it really easy to go ahead and attach these skins. Let me get out of the shade here. There you go. So you can see these skins, they just kind of wrap and attach, and then I'll weld them all along the inside too at some point. But there you go, front and rear tube fenders. Now, I know this is probably a pretty quick little video for the tube fenders. Again, same kind of thing. I've been working on these over a period of months, and then crunch time there at the last week to get this thing ready to go on the trail. And so I didn't film a whole lot of the process. I mean, it's really just cutting, bending, shaping how you want it to. This is the style I thought fit really nicely with the Jeep. The big question for you guys now is, should I paint them? Should I leave them raw steel? Or should I do something a little bit different? Long-term plans with this is to actually patina paint it, or faux patina paint job on this blue to make it match the interior. It's the original color it was, so I kind of want to stick with that theme. I am partial to this green, but I think it'll be a lot harder to match that versus just going to all blue. And so with the fenders, I'm really debating on whether I should patina them or just leave them kind of rough, raw metal like this, let them kind of do their thing for a bit and then clear coat them once I like the rust or just kind of the distressing on it. Again, I'm kind of torn. I've also thought about maybe doing like a dark gray patina paint on it, distressing them out, but giving some contrast with like a darker gray color. So let me know what you guys think on how I should finish these tube fenders out. But for right now, they work perfect. They did the job. The Jeep is a little bit muddy, but really not as bad as it could have been. So hopefully you like my take on tube fenders. If not, well, you know, that's all right too. I think they're gonna work great. I think they fit the theme of the Jeep pretty well. Crusty, it's a crusty fender, crusty everything. So guys, thanks for watching. Money worm.